Having a body from which to channel psychic energies is ideal. Your cousin's journal will suffice for establishing a connection. Be patient, I must concentrate.
Hear me, departed one who penned these pages, in the name of the grinning saint who guardeth all who sleep in the rift. Rise up and let blood answer blood. There you are.
Is it here? Does it know where the key...
I must ask you not to interrupt. Good evening. Your aura flickers. Is this your first return trip across the rift? You must feel so disoriented. Please, allow yourself a moment to adjust before we begin. Is that better? Good. My name is Frederick Ravenhurst, Necromancer. I speak on behalf of...
Don't say who I am. Lie to it if you have to.
I can't very well speak lies to the dead. It severs the bond. And moreover, it goes against every principle I stand for.
Fine then, don't lie. But kindly stop exchanging pleasantries with it and ask it about the damn key.
My client seeks answers regarding a lost key. It is made of brass and hangs upon a green ribbon. Yes, your cousin is the one who hired me.
I told you not to.
They vehemently do not wish to speak with you.
I demand that you make it talk.
That is not how this works.
You said you could get me answers. You said that it had to speak the truth, no matter what.
Spirits are indeed compelled to speak the truth to the living. However, they are not obligated to answer if they don't wish to. And I will not force this one, or any other for that matter.
You worthless, skull-fucking horse.
You are agitating our guest. It would be in your best interest to leave. Now.
Well, at least give me my money back first, you old fraud.
Get out. Gods, what incredible willpower you have. Hear me, spirit. Thou art under my protection. Calm thyself and be still. There. Now. It's all right. Nothing to fear. It's just the two of us now. Your secrets are safe. You are safe. Oh yes, I'm all right. A slight headache. Occupational hazard. Don't give it another thought. Though I'll admit, I wasn't expecting you to borrow my flesh like that. No. Don't apologize. It was exhilarating. I'd read about such things before, of course, but I'd never directly experienced it. Do you have any idea of the sheer strength and determination it takes to speak with another's breath? The articles I could write about possession and mutual desire. What I mean is, I'm fairly sure it was a fluke. For the span of a few moments, we both greatly desired to be rid of that beastly relative of yours. Were our wills in opposition, you would have found it much more difficult to take me over as you did. I almost want you to do it again, but it's given me a bit of a nosebleed. Yes. Better not. I'm truly sorry your first foray back to the realm of the living was so tumultuous. I assure you, your cousin shan't bother you again. Is there anything else I can do for you? Yes, about your journal. Your cousin allowed me to borrow it to draw you here. Am I correct in assuming you'd rather not have it end up back in his hands? If so, I can mail it to a trusted friend or another relative if you wish, or... Oh. Are you absolutely sure you want me to burn it? Well, it's entirely possible that a friend or relative would find great comfort in simply holding the book in their hands, even if they could never read what's inside. Very well. I'll take care of it. You have my word. Oh, it's no trouble at all. I'm honored to serve the dead, however I can. But I have kept you over long. You must be exhausted. The shadows call to thee. Return to thy respite. Please, peace. Poor dear. Of course you may stay, if that is your wish. I am not banishing you. How unusual. In all my years, I've never summoned a spirit who clung so fiercely to this side of the rift. But then again, you're rather extraordinary, aren't you? Oh yes. Most of my incorporeal guests find even short visits here very taxing. The majority of my interviews last for maybe 20 minutes or so before exhaustion drags them back under. If I wish to speak for longer than that, I must step through to the other side. Of course, it's a drain on me, should I linger there for too long. But, some of the debates and discussions I've had were worth it. It's an imperfect system, alas, but better than nothing. For a time, I put a great deal of energy and study into attempting to establish safer, lengthier methods of communication between the dead and the living, but sometimes even the most careful plans go awry. I do worry your visit may wear on you unduly. If you feel that you may dissipate, you must relinquish your grip on this world and allow yourself to rest. Do you understand? Thank you. I'm actually somewhat relieved you insist on staying. I haven't had the pleasure of anyone's company, alive or dead, in some years now. There was an unexpected event that put my entire life quite literally on pause. But there's a tale for another visit, perhaps. Would you care for a cup of tea? I'm sorry to say you won't be able to drink it, but you should be able to enjoy its warmth and fragrance. It wouldn't be the tea itself that you're perceiving, but your own recollection of tea. Let me show you. Yes, you see, it's exactly like remembering the gauzy fragments of a dream right after waking. Think of orange blossoms. Remember their scent, carried on steam rising from a cup, the sweetness of jasmine mingling with the bright play of orange peels and gentle white tea leaves on the tongue. Don't try too hard to seize it. Let the memory drift close. Very good. You'll get even better at that the more you practice. Now, I must admit, I'm terribly curious about you. I'll try not to smother you with questions, but would you indulge me a few? Well, you're rather new, aren't you? If you don't mind me asking, how long has it been since you left for the hereafter? Today's date is September the 29th, 1740. Oh, I see. Murdered. I'm so sorry. Merciful Dark, you were so young. It's no wonder the thought of returning brought you so much distress. You've dwelt in nothingness for almost 4 months. Did no one mourn you, my dear? I'm so sorry. No. The world beyond this one is vast, but it's not unknowable. You'll find entire countries in the land of the dead. There's the City of Hallowed Souls, the Cerritos Necropolis and Library, the 7 Shrines of the Grinning Protector. Only those who die without rites wander lost, as you have. There should have been a priest or a death singer to guide you over the threshold, or at the very least words of love from family or friends to send you on your way. No one. My gods. You must let me help you. I can give you true rest. Alas, no. There are necromancers whose entire purpose is to find neglected souls and lead them out of the fog, but it's not my area of expertise. I was thinking something more immediate for your needs. No, I'm not a death singer. I had dreams of becoming one when I was a boy, but then my voice changed and I found myself unable to reach the appropriate notes required for pitch-perfect wailing. I specialize in funerary preparation and death customs, preparing the bodies, guiding the souls to the hereafter, and comforting the living in whatever way their tradition dictates. It was good, holy work. Plant thy sleeping dead in fertile ground, says our grinning protector, that I may gather their souls for the gloaming. My labors took me all over the world. I learned such wonders. Since your body, alas, is beyond our reach, it is my thought that I could instead focus on giving you a proper send-off. I would act as your mourner and caretaker, and afterwards, rather than returning to oblivion, you would wake to a new realm. No, I understand your reluctance. As one whose life was cut short so abruptly, I can't begin to imagine all the things you must miss. Were you someone who had passed peacefully at the end of a full life, I might argue that letting me help you move on would be healthier. But you've barely had a taste of this world. There is another option. I can't raise you from the dead, unfortunately, even if I had your original body. Along with being beyond my faculties, it requires that I break oaths and harm others, and those are boundaries I will not cross. But I can craft you a glamoured vessel and bind your soul to it. It's not exactly a traditional ritual, but neither is it entirely taboo. I suppose I could appeal to the council for official approval, but the sheer amount of appeals and hearings and the paperwork, God, it would take years. It's not unusual for a necromancer to have a small secret project or two. It's rather expected, really, especially in areas as woefully understudied as the ones you and I would be exploring together. So, no, you needn't worry. It's not illegal at all. I'm simply doing it without permission. There's a difference. Oh, no. It wouldn't be like bringing you back as a zombie at all. Zombies are soulless bodies enspelled with a solitary task such as digging ditches or ploughing fields. They're wonderful for hard labor, but I have something far more complex in mind for you. Have you witnessed the spectacle of haunted armor? The construct I would build you would house your ghost in much the same way, except mine would grant you movement, sensation, taste, even smell. I'd also have to make you a glamour, of course, and I would need your input for the finishing touches. This is not a permanent solution, unfortunately, and you wouldn't feel exactly the same as you did whilst you were truly alive. But it would allow you to wander this world for a little while longer, long enough to live out the rest of your natural lifespan, at least. Unfortunately, you would have no voice, or no physical voice, I should say. You would be able to communicate with other spirits or necromancers, just as we are talking now, but the living world would not be able to hear you. There is also a chance you would feel a bit muddled upon returning. Dying erases physical memories. Ghosts who visit the living can conjure them again, just as you did with your cup of tea a few moments ago, but as you noticed, the process is laborious. Unfortunately, even with practice, there are some memories that remain beyond reach. Most ghosts stick to a handful of simple pleasures. I have an old friend who's been dead for almost a full century. I always make him hot buttered toast when he calls on me. He tells me the others tease him sometimes for clinging to childish mortal memories, but I enjoy giving him that small delight. In your case, as a newly awakened, not quite living being, you would need to relearn everything. Having a physical form speeds the process along greatly, of course. The soul remembers faster when it can actually feel. But as you can imagine, it's rather overwhelming and not always pleasant. There is one more thing. Should you agree to this, you will have to return to the afterlife while I work on your construct. I couldn't possibly keep you here. The vessel itself will take me weeks to put together. I can practically see the reluctance crackling in your aura, but I'm afraid you must. You'd dissipate long before I was finished, but you will not return only to wander lost and alone in endless mist. I swear it. Because I will not let you. It's as I said before. Guiding spirits to the afterlife is my purpose. If it's what you wished, I could make it feel like dropping into a heavy, dreamless sleep until I call your spirit back again. Worry not. I'll know exactly where you rest while I labor. The mist won't touch you. I am certain, because I will miss your company, dear. I can trace that thread of feeling back to you. But I digress. If these are all drawbacks you are willing to tolerate, I would be honored to help you. Wonderful. Then that is what we shall do. In that case, I think it is time you went to your rest. I know. It's hard to let go, isn't it? Even when you're dizzy from hanging on. Such magnificent resolve you have. I can be of assistance if you wish. In the name of the setting moon, seek thy slumber and be at peace. There's nothing to fear. I have you. Good night, for now.
The name of the shadows that cradle thee. Wake, gentle sleeper,
Come forth, and I will be thy anchor in sunless seas. Good evening, my dear. It's 11 o'clock in the evening on March the 25th, 1741. It has been 6 months. Smell the jasmine tea brewing, do you? That's a good sign. It looks as though everything has taken wonderfully. As clean a transfer as I could have hoped. There is only one more thing left to do before I can declare you finished. It's the matter of your glamour. Right now, we're all see-through. To fix that, simply envision what you looked like, or what you'd like to look like. Either is fine. Do be thorough. Breathtaking. Well, even while your spirit is inside that construct, the rules of spectral communication still apply. I cannot lie to you. It's good to have you back. I'm only sorry it took me so long. I had to call in some favors. Finding an intact soul stone with the right ethereal alignment alone was maddening. I finally had to call on Stolas for assistance. Do you have any idea how many mice it takes to satiate the great owl prince of the underworld? You're very welcome. And I'll hold you for as long as you'd like. It's understandable, considering all you've been through. The work was quite the delightful novelty. I've prepared thousands of bodies for eventual reanimation, ethically sourced, of course, but they never required such fine-tuning of the neural and umbral pathways. And yours didn't involve the modification of flesh and bone at all. It was all pure spell work and astral mapping. If you don't mind, I will want to run some tests later, just to ensure the sensory enchantments have been firmly established and that there's no tingling or numbness in your extremity. Well, that is certainly one method of making sure you're in working order. I think that, yes, it never hurts to be thorough in these matters.